Go ahead and start this off real quick. Now, I'm not gonna be here very long. Hopefully, so it's 3:28 a.m. 3:28 a.m. is April 16th, 2025. I'm gonna tell you what needs to happen. Right? No, scratch that. I'm gonna leave. You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone real quick and put that later on. There's one thing I gotta say. There's one thing I gotta say that is um, that's one thing I liked about the Carmelo Anthony case, and that is you don't have the usual suspects in the way. One thing I admired about the Anthony family is not allowing the ambulance chasing lawyers and the so-called community activists being, you know, these reverends, these reverend chicken bone, chicken leg, coming out in front of the camera and trying to put the spotlight on them rather than putting the spotlight on the case itself. And then they leave while the while the racial and social tension, all right, still uh still persists. Because anytime when you go to where Al Sharpton and at the time Jesse Jackson, to a lesser extent Jesse Jackson, well, Jesse Jackson is old. He's not able to do anything at this point. But as for Jesse, right? They come into no, I'm sorry. When it comes to Al Sharpton, rather, he comes into the area. He pitch up a tent. He do a speech. He does a eulogy. Let me turn this fan on. It's hot up in here. Uh, he turn on. He do a little speech, a moral, and doing all that rabble rousing, and then having no justice, no peace, and the same old dribble. Then he leaves. He goes back on his airplane, go back to New York, to Manhattan, and everybody else still have to deal with the aftermath of what occurred, right? And that's why I'm glad though Al Sharpton is not involved in this case. I'm also happy that Benjamin Crump is not a part of this case either, because I'm tired of Benjamin Crump coming up in there, you know, ever since Trayvon, ever since Mike Brown, especially with the Mike Brown situation. You know, he comes up in front of the camera. He does "I'll fight for you," and every time, um, every time something happens, the the perpetrator gets off. Now, is that every time? No, but for 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 likely the person who does the offense what gets off, and that's also a problem for me. Hold on, let me see. Look at the chat room. Put a scroll right there, real quick. What's going on, Hassan? Going with you. So, yeah, and that's my problem. I'm glad. No, no, that's what I like. I like that Benjamin Crump is not involved. I like that Sharpton is not there down here in Texas doing this woo 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 woo. Oh, trying to no, get these black pastors out of the way. See, some of us who are millennials, And in this case, for this young boy, this young man, he's a Zoomer, Generation Z. We're not on this civil rights movement level where we gotta get a black pastor to speak for us, or Quantel X. Thank God Quantel X is not in the Dallas area. Quantel X is in Houston. We don't need no black radical, no black radical, black power. We don't need none of that either, because we're sick of hearing these individuals show up to these towns when these things occur, and then when they leave, the problem still exists. It's still permeating. So I'm glad that the Anthony family got a lawyer, or got a team of lawyers, or have a team where they are on there, that doesn't play the stereotypical narrative that's been run ever since the civil rights movement. No, this is a new day, and I'm gonna say this right now. There's a reason why Donald Trump gets elected, right? The reason why Donald Trump gets elected is because of Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump. Because all it does is give black conservatives something to hang their hat on. They can't hang their hat on this. They can't go to and I'm glad that the judge, now though they're going to attack the judge, the district court judge of Collin County. Now I'm gonna tell you what's going to happen. If this boy is successful, and if he's acquitted or proven innocent, let me say this again: there is a difference between being acquitted and being proven innocent. There's innocence, acquitted, and guilty, right? I mean, in American court of law. I'm just letting y'all know that. I mean, anyway, back to the point, right? Back to the point. So I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all need to watch out for the judge, for Angela. I forgot her name. I forgot the judge name. Y'all need to watch out for her, because what's going to happen within 6 months time period, because I'm in Texas, right? I'm in Texas. I want y'all to know, by the time the 2026 election occurred, and I don't know if she's up for re-election, or she just been reelected. I want y'all to understand, they're going to try to impeach this judge. They're going to try to impeach this judge, and the county does not do impeachment. The district court, the counties that makes up the district court, I should say, are not going to impeach her. So it's going to take the state legislator to do that. And knowing that she's in Dallas, knowing that she is a Republican, right? She's a lifelong black female Republican. I want y'all to understand that they're going to try to ease her up out of here before the midterm election. That's what's going to happen. Okay, that's exactly what's going to happen to her. And I forgot is Angela. I forgot the judge last name. Y'all, you know. Anyway, I'm starting a little bit too early, so. But anyway, so yeah, Tucker. That's right. Her last name is Tucker. Angela Tucker. Judge Angela Tucker. So be on look out for that. So another thing though, I want to touch on. I see now. If you see the title on my YouTube channel, um, on my main YouTube channel, because I'm cybercasting on other channels though, because I got five other channels that I'm cybercasting on. Now you see the title, and you see who I put on the title. I said Tim Pool and Officer Tatum. Now Tim Pool going to try to make this narrative that it's about he was talking about the house. Well, why y'all need donations to buy a house? First of all, that is their money. They use that money for the boy's defense. The judge put the young man, Anthony, the Anthony, Karmelo Anthony. They put him on house arrest with an ankle bracelet. So if he's under house arrest, right, and they need, and we don't know the circumstances, what house he lives in. He could be living in an apartment. He could be living in a neighborhood where there's people at. Notice that town. Right, exactly, George. They can't stay at that. They can't stay at the same place. That's the whole point of them moving, because he can't stay in that house. He can't stay in that same location and have the risk of that boy being harmed. We don't know what type of house or dwelling or he live in. He could live in a neighborhood where there's houses around him, and he can't go to his backyard without somebody jumping over the top. Because at some point the boy has to go outside at some point. So if he gets a new house and he going to a house where is away from other people, like in a rural area where he can be at least free, quote unquote, from prying eyes and free from that, yes, that is for the boy's protection. That's what Tim Pool don't seem to understand. Tim Pool, shut the fuck up. That would needs to happen. And you got this, and I was watching O'Shea do Jackson's channel. He finally did a video on this. O'Shea want to be on. He's on his pro-black nonsense, but however, I'm not going to condemn the pro-blacks. I'm not going to condemn the pro-blacks on this. This is where I'm gonna stand with the pro-blacks on this one, right? Black people need to have need to do some donating to each other when stuff like this occurred. Black people need to do something like this. People of other communities need to do this. Because why? Because when the boy that shot up the school, when the boy shot up the church in South Carolina, that neo-Nazi that shot up that church up and killed all those people outside to pray, he got donations. But I hear not none of these so-called black conservatives or Tim Walsh when he brought race into this. They never brought that part up. What's up here? What's going with you? What's up with you? But anyway, let me keep it moving though, right? Yeah. You hear nobody talk about that part. None of these white conservatives and these black conservatives talk about, well, why did they feed So somebody tell me the name of the shooter of that church in South Carolina. I forgot the boy's name. Because when he shot up the church up and killed all those praying, the people who was praying, the police was feeding the boy not prison food, not the food from Dylan Roof. Thank you, Dylan Roof. Yes, thank you, George. Dylan Roof. I'm proud of my supporters. They give me information. I'm proud of my supporters, the people in my chat room, and the people who support me. Thank you, George, who's in my chat room. But when you see this, right? Dylan Roof, yeah, it's Roof. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Roof, yeah. Pierre, I'm going to talk about this too. I want you to understand that, because I think Uncut Underground talked about it last night, a few hours ago, and they want Grandpa's country back, and deporting natural born citizens. See, hell, American citizens who just immigrated. You trying to take away their citizenship? Right, exactly. We got to touch on that. We got to touch on that later on. But right now, though, I'm going to talk about this Karmelo Anthony situation, because it happened in my home state. And let me just tell you, this is pushing Big J over the edge. I ain't gonna tell you what I mean by that, but this is closer pushing me over the edge. What I think I might need to do. Now, I think because of these content creators who is adding fuel to the fire, because if they're gonna say Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump is doing all this, well, so could the same thing could be said about Tim Pool, Jason Whitlock, Brandon Tatum, and those like let me see, try to find me another name. Fill in the blank. CJ Pearson. I think what needs to happen when this is over with, right? They need to go ahead and file a lawsuit against a defamation suit against all these content creators who's already saying he did it, he's guilty. Bring the death penalty. They needs to be a defamation suit, because what y'all doing is y'all added things and y'all are admitting things from what is said on the police report and what is said by eyewitnesses. Now, there was already one eyewitnesses who came out and said, "Yeah, I was in the tent with my kids, and the boy is raining, and the boy was in the tent, and they came over there and got him." Now, though, they trying to clown this black father who said, "Yeah, I witnessed it because the boy just sit down under the tent because it was raining." But y'all conservatives said, "Oh, he was bothering people because he was sitting on the wrong tent." No, it was raining outside. In fact, though, y'all omit that he had a friend who's inside that tent. That's why I said you black conservatives, y'all need to be sued. Starting with Brandon Tatum. Starting with C.J. Pearson talking about, well, he did it because he's black. and Jason Whitlock. Start with them. Start with these black Trump supporters trying to lynch. And now because it's a black woman. Now I want y'all to notice. Now since it's a black woman, a black Republican. Say it again. That was a black Republican. No, Femi, the boy, the friend was already under the tent. He came to see the friend. He came to see the friend. Now, having said that, you know that's what's been said. The friend was in the tent. He came to see somebody in the tent. That's what was being said. It was raining, right? It was a tornado warning. It was a tornado thunderstorm throughout the almost like 2/3 of Texas was under a storm warning from San Antonio up to I want you to take a line because I know about the weather. Take a line between San Antonio up to Texarkana, Texas, and Texarkana is Texas when Texas and Arkansas meet. That's where all that area was under a severe storm. So during the track meet, it was raining. So that's why he went under the tent. Now it didn't rain down here though, where I'm at. I wish it did. I wish we had some of that rain. But anyway, the point is, it was storming. But now we got these black conservatives. See, that's why I said these black conservatives need to have their wake-up call. Y'all need to start suing them. Y'all need to start sending their asking for all these content creators who come up, jumping on board, trying to have these white people buttering their biscuits. No, sue them. Sue them for defamation. Sue them for witness tampering. Because that's what they're doing. Telling everybody he's guilty. Omitting information out of some of these omitting details out of a court case. Like I said, y'all about to push me over the edge. Now Trump already got me to the edge, but don't let me jump off the ledge, because if I jump off the ledge, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna take this shit off YouTube. I'm gonna deal with you niggas off YouTube. Because y'all need to be sued. Y'all need to be curbed. You got a black female judge, a black Republican. I'm gonna say her political affiliation here. A conservative Republican judge by name of oh my God, her name is Tucker. Angela Tucker. Y'all now giving her threats. Y'all sending her threat. Physical. Y'all trying to do physically harm to this judge now. Oh, she's woke. That woman ain't woke. That judge who gave Anthony Karmelo, Karmelo, the bail, she ain't woke. Just because she made a video talking about she want to help other black people and people that look like her, y'all call that woke. Well, how many times we hear Irish people talking about Irish politicians, aka the Kennedys? The Kennedys help other Irish Catholics. I see nothing wrong with that, as long as they treat other people fairly. That's all I care about. But now she's supposed to be woke. And I'm a fan of JFK, but anyway, the thing is, never mind. Whatever. No, she was elected, George. She was elected as a Republican, as a conservative Republican. So now though, because she freed this young black man, now all of a sudden it's going to be he said I'm not a fan of Jay-Z. However, I'm surprised he didn't sue Whitlock. Yeah. I want that's what I want. I want Jason Whitlock to get sued. I want J.C. Pearson to get sued. I want Branham Tatum to get that work being sued. Sue them. They omitting information, adding on incriminating information, and judging this boy's character or anybody else's character and muddy up the waters about the truth. No, get them to heal. That's what needs to happen. Now, I know Pierre was talking about the Supreme Court. Oh, wait a minute. You talking about the Supreme Court judge? Let's talk about the Supreme Court, right? Because Pierre Butterfly is talking about Supreme Court judges. The same Supreme Court judges that was appointed by Donald Trump himself. There's only about two judges that was appointed by Trump. Trump wants to get rid of them. I want y'all to notice this. Trump want to get rid of the same judges that he appointed, or that George Bush and Papa Bush appointed. Why? Because they said no. It's unconstitutional to take an American citizen or take an American national or U.S. national and put them in a foreign prison, especially when there is no due process. And I want you Trump supporters, don't come to me talking about the Constitution. Don't go up on Morwick Delk's channel. Don't go up on any of these channels that talking about the Constitution this, the Constitution that. When y'all forgot, see, a lot of y'all just say the words the Constitution, yet y'all don't read it. Y'all don't read the Constitution. Because there's a thing called the Magna Carta. Now I know people say, well, Big J, the Magna Carta existed before the Constitution. Yes, the Magna Carta existed during these. Here is the nerd in me, y'all. Here's the nerd. Here is the nerd in me giving y'all a history lesson. The Magna Carta was a law that was created during the English Civil War. When England had a Civil War, and they created the thing called, so what I'm saying is there was a thing called the English Civil War, where the king and the people had a little war. The war ended, quote unquote, and then they created, the parliament, the powers of the king. The king was no longer a absolute monarchy. The king, and there's a parliament, and then there's a court. So that translated to United States. They call it the Magna Carta. So when you go to any United States, any of the 50 states except for Louisiana, if you go to any other state government or even the Constitution of the United States, the Magna Carta is inside the United States Constitution. What the government can do, what the president can do, what the branches of government, and what do the people do. That's the Magna Carta. All right? You can go to Canada. Any English-speaking country, the Magna Carta exists. But anyway, back to the point. So Donald Trump is tripping on the United States Constitution and the Magna Carta that's inside of the United States Constitution. But you let these conservatives see, and this tells me that you conservatives voted for an idiot because you don't like black people, y'all don't like Hispanics, y'all don't like gays, you don't like trans people, you don't like, and guess what? I know what y'all gonna say. Well, I'm a Hispanic, and no, you Hispanics voted for Donald Trump because y'all want to get rid of, because y'all mad at the illegal migrants. Black people voted for Donald Trump to get at black women or get at these black thugs. White people voted for Donald Trump to get rid of anybody else who doesn't fit the Anglo-Saxon culture. Just stop the cap. We know why y'all voted for Trump. Everybody can see it. We see it. We see it with your content y'all make on social media. That's why I said after 2026, black conservatives are not going to be safe. You're not going to be safe. Are y'all ready for the pushback? Brandon Tatum, CJ Pearson. Are y'all ready for the blowback? Because it's coming. I'm gonna say this to Brandon Tatum. It's fine that you go down through these college campuses fighting little white boys. You always want to pick up some little 18, 19-year-old to push on. Brandon Tatum, I want you to push on somebody you're at your age range. Because I see you pushing on little white boys and shit. Come on, these white liberal, you pushing on them, you beating them up and shit. No, do that to somebody like, I'm gonna say it like this, nigga. If you show up to Austin, I'll show up to Austin, nigga. If you want to show up on UT, I'll show up on UT. And I'll show myself on camera telling you to do something. I get tired of Brandon Tatum. Put on somebody your age. Put on somebody your size, nigga. Always expose your big ass on somebody else. On some little college kid. Or some high school senior. No, debate me. Nigga. Next time he show up in Texas, I'll be there. I tried to be there. And I'm asked, hey nigga, why don't you face somebody your age? Do that shit. Get tired of these conservatives to show up on these college campuses trying to debate. Them kids don't know nothing. I'm saying like this. Listen, if you show up trying to debate a kid, that tells me you're a punk ass bitch. You're a punk. You're going to debate a little kid, and then you trying to push on the kid. That's somebody's child you putting your hands on. Some 18, 19-year-old kid, and you're 40-something years old. No, push on another 40-year-old. With the coon ass. Buck this and shoot shot from the for those Bud Milk biscuits and shit. Now back to Because Pierre talk about the Constitution, I have this searing hatred of Brandon Tatum. You don't know how much hate I got for Brandon Tatum. You know, ever since that bullshit that happened in Philadelphia at that Starbucks in Philadelphia, I had a hatred for that nigga. And I remember that one time me and him had a conversation in San Antonio. Yes, Big J, and Brandon Tatum had a conversation in San Antonio about 4 or 5 years ago. No, it was longer than that. It was about six years ago, right? And I told him, listen, by every time when a black person gets shot, you be the first one on the camera talking shit. He don't want to answer that shit. And I like to ask black. I always ask this shit to black conservative. Why are you conservative? What makes you a conservative? You better shut the fuck up. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find that video with me and Brandon Tatum talking. I'm gonna find that video because it's been recorded. Anyway, I gotta find that video. It's somebody else got the video. But anyway, I'm getting tired of that. I'm getting tired of Tatum. But like I said, you black conservatives, y'all about to push me over the edge. Cause like I'm about to lay on some heat on y'all asses. Okay, I'm gonna show up right there. Hey. Don't talk to him. You talk to me. Don't talk to him. You talk to me. He don't know nothing. I do. Match wits with me. And nigga, if you put your hands on me, guess what? The boy can't sue your ass because he don't got no money, but I will. I'll sue your ass, nigga. But anyway, the point is, back to the judges, right? The Constitution. I don't want to hear nobody talk about Trump is for the Constitution. I don't want to hear none of that. Because like what Tie City has been saying, and shout out to Tie City, they want Grandpa's country back. Okay? They want Grandpa's country back. Grandpa sold them out. Their white granddaddies sold them out. So they want to get back to what Grandpa promised them, but they was denied. Well, Big J, what are you talking about? I might do a separate video on Grandpa's country, right? I might do a separate video on this, but here is the point I'm trying to make on this part, right? They want Grandpa's country back because after 1945 is when everything was the end of the beginning of the end, right? Somewhat like what Winston Churchill said, during the same year of 1945, this is not the beginning of the end, but is the end of the beginning. Winston Churchill, I'm actually quoting Winston Churchill at the end of World War II. He said, "This is not the beginning of the end. This is the end of the beginning. No, this is not the end of the beginning. This is the end of the beginning." So the white power structure, or the European power structure, the Western, I'll put it a better way. The Western power structure has been losing control since the Second World War. A lot of non-whites have been regaining independence or self-determination or some semblance of respect, right? Then on top of that, women as a whole is gaining their much more freedom from the construct of the patriarchal system. Then on top of that, you having uh, economic freedom to in a wider safety net for those who is the bottom of the bottom rungs of society. And because of all of that, and I try to tell these idiots this online, but they don't listen. You can't. I was in the middle of the thought though, and something else came to my mind, but I don't want to lose my thought. But the world has changed. You can't, so grandpa, because of the fasting changing world from 1945 till 2025, for the past 80 years, some of our grandparents, my grandparents are still alive. So anyway, what I'm saying is they see and witness a whole change. Well, for the past 80 years, they saw change. The biggest change since the plague. The biggest change of mankind since the bubonic plague of human relations. You split the atom, men, a family cannot be raised. It takes two incomes to take care of a house. So because all of these changes, grandpa, quote unquote, grandpa's country, grandpa sold his children and grandchildren out by selling his labor to the Chinese or whatever the case may be. And you create an economic underclass, and you took the gold off of the money standard. But you know what? I'm going all out on the weeds on that about grandpa's country. That's a short thing. That's all I'm going to say on that part, right? I'm going to go all in weeds all that, but I know. But back to this point about the Constitution, right? And the pure butterflies comment, pure, they are already trying to impeach Trump. They're already writing about, there's about 6 impeachment charges that they're drafting up as we speak. The problem is it's not going to be heard upon. So we got to wait for another year and 6 months for that to be put on the table. Like I said, it's already been drafted. Congressman Al Green from Houston has put up at least 4 charges up, and I surmise that there will be several more charges of impeachment coming within the next few months. So Pierre, there's already people working on impeaching Trump again. There are already people working on impeaching Trump. Now the problem is with this, right, is about these conservatives. They already made a threat to judges like Angela Tucker. And they might be putting hits on these congressmen or anybody else who's going to react against Trumpism, against MAGA. So all I can say is it's coming. So yeah. So I don't know what to say, but as for Tim Pool, talk about the House. I'm going back to the Carmelo entity issue, right? Talking about the House. Well, the House is there. He's in house arrest, so they might try and find a bigger house so he can stay in, so he can be protected from the outside. See, people don't understand what house arrest means. with containers. They have to put you in a house where no outside people can come in and try to harm. You know, it's also protection doesn't mean protecting him, protecting society from him. It's also mean protecting him from the inside, from society itself. That's what needs to happen. You know. Yeah, yeah. I noticed this too, George. They're not tough. You know, they're not tough people. They claim to be tough. And I'm gonna say this too, right? I'm gonna say this too. That I'm gonna say this too. This is part of the reason why I am not pro gun control. This is the reason why I'm very, 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 very pro Second Amendment. I'm very pro Second Amendment of the Constitution. Yeah, some of these right Lincoln conservatives are stupid. You talk about house arrest and they wonder how big the handcuffs. Right, right. I'm very pro Second Amendment, and I hope I'm gonna say this too. I hope that the Huey Pew Newton Club in Dallas, I hope they do patrols at his house. All right. I hope that the Huey P. Newton Club volunteer protection for the judge, for Judge Angela Tucker. I hope the Huey P. Newton Club that's located in Dallas. I hope they spend some. I hope to put their money where that mouth is, and actually protect black people from from or people in general from white racists who put out who trying to dox this judge, who doxes Judge House and all that. Put out she shouldn't rely on no police at this point. Well, she want to have the police. Go ahead and have the police, but have the Hugh Newton Club do an hourly checkup in front of her house. That's what needs to happen. Dallas is not that far from um Dallas is not that far from uh, Frisco. It's about what, an hour drive, hour and a half drive. Go over there then. Go over there, have an hourly checkup on her, or the house at least, and report if there's something else, if something happens. That's what I'm calling for. That's what I'm calling for. And this is as pro black I'm gonna get. No, protect them. Hold on, conservatives don't want non-conservatives to have guns, especially after a color of woman in our particular other group are not for the traditional ones. Yeah, yeah. hmm But like I said, I hope after this is over with, because I think that the trial, I think that the trial will start around, let's say, August. I say from August, September, the trial might start. You know, um, it might even start a little bit sooner than that, because they probably might want the child. If they probably want Carmelo to Carmelo I'm butchering up his name up. Carmelo, um, that finished school. So I'm assuming they might want to get him. You know, if they want him to graduate, assuming to me if he's acquitted, um, they might want to start around July, maybe June, to start the trial before school starts. And school starts in Texas around like August. Let me see, August. The second week of August is when school starts. So yeah, they probably might start this trial around June. And if he's because if they're going to if they're planning on him being acquitted, they might start the trial in June rather than later in the year because they want him to finish school. But anyway, for logistic purposes, they might start the trial in June, July. You know, and if he gets out, he continues his senior year. Um, is he still able to go to school? Well, I'm looking at the logistics, Queen. I'm looking at the logistics of it. You know what? Hold on. I'll put the link in there so you and Pierre can come up on the panel and talk because I'm not really feeling right, kind of sour. Something I ate, but if y'all want to talk, go ahead. I'll just put myself in the back. For Queen, Sun Kiss, Pierre, y'all can come up. You know, but yeah, okay. And let's say though he needs to move, right? After the trial, they might have to take him somewhere else, out of state. They might have to take him out of state somewhere for at least so he can at least graduate high school, so he can finish high school or homeschool him somewhere because he's not safe. He's not safe down here in Texas though. What's going on, Queen? Oh shit. Oh, what's going on, Queen?
Hey, you
Going
can hear
on.
me?
Yeah. I hear you.
I was wondering if he'll still be able to like go to school over the computer, or if they don't put his ass out of school because of this incident.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was wondering about that too. That's why I think though they might start this trial around like in June.
Well,
The
it ain't
earliest.
went to grand jury yet, so
No, they don't need a grand jury.
that's what the prosecutor said. The DA.
Really?
He
Okay.
said the police got to finish their investigation
Mm-hmm.
and they got to give it to them, and then
Mm-hmm.
they got to go take it before the grand jury.
Okay. And
I'm sure they
bypass
gonna indict him. I'm sure of that.
and bypass the inquest. They might bypass the inquest and go straight to the grand jury. Okay,
Yeah, that's what
yeah. It-
the DA said. He said ain't much he can say because the police ain't through with their investigation.
mm, yeah. So let's say though they started in May. Let's say all intents and purposes they start the trial. They start the grand jury in May, and it might take the July then. If they gonna do a grand jury in May, therefore it's gonna take like what another month at least. So it might take to July is when the actual trial will start.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take them a month just to get a damn jury.
Huh?
I said I think it's gonna take them a month just to get a jury.
Yeah, then you have to worry about okay,
I
well,
wouldn't even do a jury trial. I do a judge trial. I wouldn't even worry with no jury.
so like you want the judge to determine it by himself rather than having jury sitting right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Uh,
do it. If I was Carmelo in this situation, I wouldn't do a jury trial. Mm-mm.
you can change the venue. You can have the trial
I
sent
wouldn't.
to
Nope. I wouldn't.
sent
I
sent to
wouldn't.
El Paso. I'll send that trial to El Paso. Let's have a fair trial in El Paso
Nope.
or Laredo somewhere. Shit,
Nope. I wouldn't do a 12 jury trial. Mm-mm. Not for this.
because jury selection gonna be a motherfucker, and you
That's
know
why I wouldn't do a jury trial.
and that's why I blame the social media, these commentators because they are dirtying up the jury pool. They're
They is
dirtying up
fucking
the
up
jury.
everything. And them damn. Have you seen them damn? Well, you said that you calling them conservatives. They want the boy. They want the boy to be sentenced to death.
Yeah, I saw one dude talking about death penalty. I'm like, really? I mean, it's not even. As soon as Matt Walsh made that statement, everybody calling for the death penalty. Like, really? And that's why I said though, and I've been saying this for a very long time. They need to break up these social media companies because because they're allowing people like Brandon Tatum and CJ Pearson and them that say any old damn thing, and people over there just believe it. I was watching O'Shea do Jackson's video about what's going on. Now he took he being pro black about it. He's taking the side of Kamala Anthony, talking about yes, black people should donate and blah blah blah. Right? I'm looking in the comment section. There's some people up on there. Well, most of the people was okay, but I see this little Indian dude up in there talking about yeah he needed. He's also content creator himself, calling for calling for the guilty of Kamala Anthony. You got the Indian over there. So
And
I'm
see, that type of shit right there is why I would not do a trial by jury.
mm-hmm.
Because if I'm a 17-year-old black boy, no previous criminal history, and I done committed this, I wouldn't let 12 motherfuckers sit up there and decide my fate. Fuck no. I want a person that been sitting on the bench that done seen hardcore criminals and all that shit. You can decide what the fuck happens to me. I'm not, hell no, I wouldn't play with no jury.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him getting a fair trial nowhere with a jury, especially at this point in American society. Hell no.
And especially so wait a minute. Okay, you from that area, right? What is what
Yep.
is what is the racial makeup of Collin County?
Collin County is white.
Okay, okay,
And they are affluent white folks too. Them motherfuckers, they ain't broke. Put it like that.
okay.
They ain't broke. You ain't never been to Frisco?
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Frisco is very nice. Okay?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
A very nice area. It's an affluent area.
No, no, I never been to Frisco. I ain't been in Dallas since. Damn, you know what? It's Texas. Texas too damn big. So, um, I ain't went to area. Texas too damn big. So when I said I ain't been in Texas in 20 years. I mean, I ain't went to Dallas. I ain't been to Dallas in about 20 years. I got no family up there, so you know, so. You talk about Dallas or Houston or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I'll be around San Antonio. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been around there, but I've never been. I never. I've been in Dallas fourth area, but never really stayed up over there like that. So,
And the houses out
right.
there, like, well, that was back when I was there. It's like $250,000 and up.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody renting shit out there. Them people own this shit. Even the damn McDonald's bougie as hell.
The McDonald's bougie.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you ain't never been to Frisco, if you ever go back up to Dallas, just go drive through there.
Okay. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah, but I'm down. I'm down here among the coastline, and you want to talk
Ain't
about the
no
coastline area? Yeah, yeah. I'm down.
ain't no
Yeah.
potholes. Ain't no tar on they roads. Okay.
No cracks
All
on the
that shit.
roads and shit like that.
No
Yeah.
cracks, no none of that. Everything smooth.
Brick.
All
Oh, it's
the
brick.
business, yeah, brick. All the businesses are clean. Okay, on the outside, the
Mm.
streets, the street look like they just poured the concrete a couple of days ago. Like it's very clean. It's very sleek.
But
So
I
yeah,
like, but I like the neighborhood of a certain. Well, I ain't gonna tell you where I'm at, but there's a little certain town nearby where the streets are bricked. It's not paved. It's just brick. They brick the motherfucker. It's brick from one end to the other. I'm talking about the residential areas and the business
yeah,
areas. It's brick, but the roads are there. The highways there, but everything else is just brick. So you ain't gonna find no potholes, none of that shit. It's red brick. Like damn, roads are brick. Oh man, it look nice too. Shit, I want to live in that motherfucker. Shit,
yeah,
I have a cousin. I have an uncle. My cousin is from there. They live in that area. He live in that affluent area. So yeah, but yeah, man.
but yeah, it's a affluent area. It's predominantly white.
Mm-hmm,
I think black folks make up maybe 11% of their population.
mm-hmm.
So it's not like they not there, but they still a minority group. So when they say this not racial, I can believe that a lot of them people not racially motivated, but it's still a predominantly white area. So I wouldn't play with no jury. I just wouldn't.
I, but you know what? I want to know who's going to be the judge though, because it's not going to be Angela Tucker though. Well, it could be, but we
I
don't
thought they
know.
said she was the judge on the case. At
Well,
least that's
well,
what I read in a news story.
not all. No, okay. The judge who gives bail is not the same. It's not always the same judge who's going to do the trial.
Yeah, I know it's not always, but I thought I read that she was gonna preside over the case, but I don't
Oh,
know.
she is. Oh,
I
well,
don't know. I don't
well,
know.
mm, but if she is though, yeah, I'll do what you ask. Ask for is
She
a
gave him a
judge
fair
trial by.
bail, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing. I,
Mm-hmm.
I, you know, I don't know either way because I don't have enough facts in the case. I do know that he is entitled to due process, so the facts can come out. And
Mm,
as long as he get that, look, whatever happens is what happens.
right. Right.
He
Yeah.
just need a fair trial. But all this shit, these people sitting up here on the internet, I'm like, now I'm listening to the little bit, and it is a small amount of details that they're giving us. We don't got enough information to be making all these damn judgment calls these people up here making on social media. Like,
Hmm.
y'all need to shut the fuck up
And
because
that's
if
why.
he said
But
it's self defense, you got to prove it's not self defense.
and that's why I'm saying though, these content creators are making or jury tampering. I call it a form of jury tampering because if you keep on harping on, well, he's guilty, and you got these numb nuts who don't know shit and they're just regurgitating, and they don't know any, they don't know nothing about Texas law.
They don't know
You
nothing about the law, period. Some of the shit these people be saying, I'll be like, y'all need to go read these laws and stop doing all this goddamn talking. And I be like, and this is why you black ass people don't need to be getting y'all ass caught up in the damn judiciary system because y'all motherfuckers don't read. Y'all think what conclusions you come up with and how you feel about shit is what matters. It is about the letter of the fucking law. And if you're not gonna
mm-hmm.
read that shit, then you need to stay out of that shit. Cause
Yeah.
first of all, he was overcharged.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just a basic. If you read the law, that's just basic knowledge right there. It's not enough people talking about that. It's like this. How I know y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Shut your ass up.
Right. Right.
And why ain't nobody talking about Nikita Castle? Why ain't nobody talking about that goddamn white boy?
Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to look up about that because I saw you type that. Yeah, I'm going to look. I got to look
That
that up.
motherfucker killed both his parents so he could get the insurance money in his plot to kill Trump because the Jews is taking over the United States.
Oh! You talking about what Professor Tim Wilson talked about on his channel? Oh, never mind. Because that was probably the second plot.
Probably. This boy killed both of his parents for insurance money so he can try to go kill Trump.
Yeah, yeah,
On some
yeah.
white supremacy shit.
Mm,
Ain't nobody talk about that. We want to talk about the little black boy
yeah,
drink me.
yeah. And notice the tagline: the culture. We gotta blame black culture. Well, wait a minute. Dylan Roof killed all those people in that church. Are we gonna talk about the evil effects of white culture?
You know the black culture thing. You know who put that out there? Them black ass men put that shit out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The manosphere. I'm saying it again. The manosphere put out that narrative out. But anyway, I shut up. Let me shut up on that. Let's put that little narrative out there. It's the culture. The black single mama reach my crimes because the black single mama. Blah, blah. Okay then. Okay then take that same narrative when the white people doing the most. When there's a white man doing the most, say that same shit. When like you have Arabs flying airplanes in the buildings, say that same shit too. Okay? I don't want to hear shit. Violence is
Like
violence
that
no
shit
matter
crazy.
who does it.
They black
Jackasses.
men sit up there giving white supremacist narratives used against black folks. I don't know what the hell wrong with them. I do know what's wrong with them. They got fucking
No,
uh
insecure. They insecure.
yeah, they got insecurity issues about being black. They need some goddamn mental help.
Especially with Jason Whitlock.
Talking about it, blame the culture. I'm like, how the fuck did you niggas grow up? I just want to know. Cause I didn't grow up around. But you know what? I did talk to one of these niggas out here one time, and this motherfucker was saying all kind of shit. They ain't take you around with them when they went to go hoe. I said, what? Y'all said when they went to go hoe. What are you talking about? Mm. What about? Well, my uncles, they used to take me when they used to go pimping and all this other shit. I'm like, bro, I ain't know nothing about none of that shit growing up. That is insane. That fool told me because I had a regular childhood that I was a privileged black person.
I be asking these how y'all growing up saying how y'all get your information from who told you that this is black America? Who told you this is because I don't see that every day. Yeah, do I see some fucked up shit? Yes, I do. Everybody does some fucked up shit, but you don't see this on a daily basis. Act like this is a daily thing that's occurred. Oh man,
Bro,
she
this
you
nigga
know
was talking like he grew up in the most. I don't know what the fuck he grew up in because he was exposed to some shit he shouldn't have been exposed to as no child. I was like, I ain't never seen no shit like that, and neither did most of my peers. I ain't gonna say none of them did, but And my parents didn't see that shit neither. Well, what the fuck is you talking? And Moo said, "Oh, you one of them privileged people." I said, "Oh my god, look, all black people didn't grow up like you. I'm sorry, didn't nobody give
Like,
a
they need to stop acting like their experience, or I'm supposed to have their experiences. I try tell tell some of these fools on here, I don't got those problems. That's a you problem, not a us problem.
well, they be on some other shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, black women are the enemy. According to whom? Yeah, man, because man, you must be a simp. No, no, black women never done me dirty like that. What are you talking about? And they want to send 15 niggas on my be on my comment, be in my fucking ass community tab. Tag me and shit. Like, you get tired of that shit. Like, that's a you problem. And in fact, though, the way y'all complain about the shit is that, man, what you typing?
I just cite my things because I can't see all the comments because that big ass referral thing they got.
Oh, oh, yeah. Saying it's, I forgot where I was at. I forgot what was saying. I was distracted for a minute. But yeah, I just, yeah, like, nigga. I think the way y'all complain, I think though you are the problem, not women that like y'all are complaining about. And Jason Whitlock, and going back to Jason Whitlock, right? I think Jason Whitlock problem is that he never was accepted, right? And my thing is, if you're not being accepted, right? I think though, and some of us was accepted, right? I think the thing is, he needs to. Well, it's too late for him because he's far gone. That someone like him just need to be comfortable with that, and accept it as I'm an individual, not a group. Now I know though that flies in the face of some other people, because, well, PJ, how can you say that? We supposed to be. Well, no. There's some people just need accepted as that they themselves as an individual, not as part of a group, and just accept and move on. It's not, and not just try to use their rejection as a way to, or what they perceive as a projection or as a rejection. I forgot. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to finish that off. I don't know how to finish that
You
off.
motherfuckers just mad because he wasn't popular. Everybody can't hang with the cool kids, and
Yeah, right,
sometimes
right.
you don't want to hang with the cool kids. But that's a coveted spot. I'm good. Shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm glad. Yeah, good. I'm glad though you said that. I'm glad you said that. They wanted to be popular, but they couldn't. You know, you know, you going to accept that shit. And what Nick Fuentes said is correct. He's just a token. And on top of that, I be thinking like, okay, okay, you're a token. And Nick was right, because if anything happens, um Jason Whitlock is on his own. He got nowhere to stand, because he can't create his own shit. He goes to a white man for he goes to, in this case, Glenn Beck at the Blaze, just to protect him, just for protection. He can't go out there by himself and do his own thing. And I notice about some of these black conservatives, like him and Brandon Tatum, they need white people for protection, because they can't do this all by themselves. because like they don't have um the cojones, if you will, to be there on their own.
You don't see why not? Candace did it. Her
No,
stupid ass.
Candace. The thing about Candace, right? She about 6 months ahead of everybody. You know, she pivots. She already. I think with Candace, right? Candace pivot when she went after Steven Crowder. When she went after Steven Crowder, and then when she went after what's his name from the Wire, the Daily Wire, the Jewish dude. What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name now. The Jewish guy. When she went after them, she was already 6 months ahead of them. So that's why she was already building up her little thing up at the same time being employed by these two white men. She was building her own shit up. You know,
All that shit was a setup. She used her ass to get where she was trying to go.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But these niggas, on the other hand, Jason Whitlock and
No,
Brandon Tatum, they
they
can't,
couldn't.
they couldn't, or
They feel real comfortable and warm up under the white man's nuts.
right, right. Oh, He said, yeah, Ben Shapiro's who I'm referring to, Jewish guy. Yeah, that's who I was referring to. Ben Shapiro and Steve Crowder. Yeah, yeah. I was like, and I warned people about Candace, because when Candace was over here, when Candace when Candace Owens was over here on this part of YouTube, she was doing that same old shit, and it flew right over everybody's head. What happened? She just pivoted. She used to be a Obama lover. Now she's pro Trump. Y'all didn't see the evolution. She was here with us. Y'all didn't see that shit. Okay. Y'all didn't see how man she used the NAACP when she was a high school student. Y'all didn't see that, huh?
Candace are opportunists.
You're right. Y'all don't see that shit. I'll be laughing too, though. I'll be laughing at like everybody's surprised. I ain't surprised by Candace. And she using Trump. Well, she was using Trump until Trump started fucking things up. You know, yeah, Candace, Whitlock, Tatum, and the rest of them can all stay where they're at. Yeah, yeah, but Candace trying to come back home. Sorry, Candace, you can't come back home. Too late now. You did too many debt. You did a lot of damage. I'll break case for one. Talking about Ahmaud Arbery deserved to get killed and shit. He was a thug and all that. You know. So no, baby. You might want to stay where you at. Shit. Shit. I'd be like that movie. What's that movie called? Um, the time to kill. When what's that guy that played Rock, that TV show, The Rock, that
Mm-hmm.
TV show. Charles Dutton. Remember that in the ending scene when he was a police chief, and he had that little deputy with him, side by side, and he grabbed that deputy and put him, draw him right across the protest line, and said you one of them. Yeah, that'll what needs to happen. Shit.
Candace can't come back over here.
Yeah, man. She can't come back over here. She can't. It's too late. She already married. She married this white man.
Nobody's gonna accept her over here. She done did too much
Nobody
damage.
gonna accept her and shit.
Oh yeah, and she's crazy, in my opinion.
Hmm.
I believe she done lost her mind.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now what Candace needs to do is take some of that millions of dollars and put in a overseas account, a overseas savings account, and live off that shit for the rest of her life. That's what she needs to do. Take care of her and them babies she got, and just keep it pushing. Shit. Cause like she can't go back home. She can't go back home no more. Ain't home for her over here no more. You know, because the writing's on the wall. Because You
He
know,
better
if
put
Candy,
the money away for her mental health services. It's a price to pay for selling your soul.
yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna say it like this: Candy sees what's about to happen. She's about 6 months ahead. She know that black conservatives are about to get that work. She sees it. I see it. If you are black conservative like C.J. Pearson and Brandon Tatum, you're about to get that work because niggas ain't niggas ain't gonna have no more patience for them. You coming online saying a lot of crazy shit. No. And y'all help Trump become president, and then Trump is fucking up everybody's money up and shit. No. Y'all got to be curved. I'm sorry. You got to be edged up and out of here. You got to go.
Ooh,
But I'm waiting for somebody to come at Brandon Tatum though. I'm waiting for somebody to come up to Brandon Tatum and ask him, hey, tell him what's up. You talking
I
all this
mean,
shit. What's up?
who own him?
Hmm?
Who own
What you,
him?
what you mean?
Like Jason Whitlock is owned by Glenn Beck.
Hmm.
Who own Brandon Tatum?
Um, people like well, I- well, with Brandon Tatum, he got support from people like Joe Pags, people like Bill Cunningham, Turning Point USA is what
Mhm.
Brandon Tatum hangs around with the people of Turning Point USA. You know,
Oh, okay.
yeah, people like that. You know, but like him going around on these college campuses, put shit on them young white them young white boys and shit. I want him I want him to go to ACBU and do that bullshit. I want Turning Point USA to go to Grambling. I want them and since Houston Tillerson is in Dallas, don't go to UT. Go there to the Tillerson, the ACBU. That's in Austin. Try no, don't go to UT. Go to the Tillerson. Do that bullshit. Go to A&M Prairie View and try that bullshit. Go there to fucking ass what's the other ACBU in Houston? The law school Texas Southern. Try that bullshit over there.
They probably
Why
won't
go?
even
Huh?
let them on. They probably wouldn't even let them on campus.
No, I want man. If I was the president of that college, I let him on that campus and let Brandon Tatum try that little bullshit we do with them white boys, pushing them white boys. I saw that video. Push that little white boy off the bike and shit. No, try that on me, nigga. See, the problem is he know who to pick on. You want to pick on these little white boys who might be liberal. No, no, go to ACB and try that shit, or try that to somebody who is as on age. Try it. Let's see how this shit happen. You know?
Yeah, he got. It is what it is.
Hmm.
I am glad he got his bud though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he might actually get a fair trial.
I hope so. And I'm glad I'm seeing some people black YouTube, some people black YouTube actually going after these white content creators like Tim Pool.
I heard.
Uh, what heard what?
I heard it wasn't a knife he used.
Wait a minute, hold on. It wasn't a knife.
That's what somebody had put out. Said it wasn't a knife. It was one of them tent spikes.
See now, if it was, see now, if it was a tent spike, Now you couldn't
That's
use
what I'm saying.
it was premeditated. You couldn't use it was murder at this point because he grabbed the
That
first thing. He
he
grabbed the
seen.
first thing, huh?
And what the hell was going on that he would put a test spike in his backpack? That's what I'm saying, man. It's too much. It's too much going on that we ain't got no emphasis to be making judgments on the case. I don't know what the he. I can't say it wasn't self defense. I ain't got nothing to say.
And I better not hear nothing about no Second Amendment. The people got a right to bear arms. No, he had a right to bear arms. Sorry, if these are white boys can carry AK. Listen, now I know you up in Dallas area and stuff like that. You were raised in Dallas, but where I go to school at, we used to carry guns all the time.
I used to carry guns
Some of
at
us
my
had
school
gun
too.
racks.
They put
Yeah,
them
okay,
fucking
okay,
rifles in the back of their trucks and shit. Them motherfuckers that lived off in the woods.
yeah, because that's what we do. Because I used to listen. I used to when I was in high school. I used to have a gun rack, right? I used to be packing ammunition. I used to have a 30-06 and a what's the other gun? I use my one of my uncle's rifles. I put them in the back of the truck. Um, and I was using my mama's car. I was using her car. And I had gun because cause every time Friday comes, well, it wasn't Friday because I was playing football at the time, but every so often Thursday comes, Wednesday comes, we go out in the woods and shoot deer, or try to hunt deer,
Yep.
or take that 410 shotgun and shoot doves because dove season starts during the early part of school year. So we used to go dove hunting and
Yeah,
shoot.
them little white boys used to get in trouble all the time for this shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We shoot doves. We skin the doves and we eat the doves. We eat the doves and go about our business. We do
Cause
that all the time. So for all these white people talk, why did he had a knife? We always been having knives and guns at school. What you talking about? And we use knives to do what? Hunt and fish. If we don't have a gun, we have a fishing knife and a fishing pole. We go out fishing after school and shit. We
yeah,
do that shit all the time.
they used to stay in trouble for that shit. Cause they would always have their little rifles in the back of their trucks and shit and drive
Mm-hmm.
their shit to school. And then of course somebody nosy ass would be in their parking lot, see you go tell it. And they used to come over the PA system. You guys cannot bring weapons to school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like yeah, one thing I know is though you don't see that many school shootings in Texas unless some junior high, but high school
Excuse
you don't
me.
see no.
You ain't hear about the one that happened 2 days ago in Wilma Hutchins?
No.
Yep, Wilma Hutchins had another shooting.
See, I didn't know. See, it was too much going on.
But that's the second one. They had one last year at the high school. Because Wilma
Mm-hmm.
Hutchins is connected to elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
So it always happen over there at the high school part, but they don't shoot up the whole school.
Mm-hmm.
They be targeting one person. So
Yeah. Yeah. That was after one person. They ain't after no. It's not like Columbine when
no,
you
hell no.
trying to take out the
No.
entire. you know,
Mm-mm.
you know, or Sandy Hook. You try to take out the entire school out.
Or Uvalde. We don't have shit like that.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, that was in Texas, but I mean, it ain't like,
Well, like Uvalde's different because that was a junior high, elementary school or something like
yeah, it
that.
was in elementary school.
Yeah. That was different with Uvalde because like he couldn't go up to no. Uvalde High School and do that shit because he already know what was going to happen because there's too many people. Even the students have guns, so he couldn't go up and do all that bullshit at the high school in Uvalde. Yeah, yeah. He went after the easy target, little 6-year-olds and shit. Oh, bitch ass.
Motherfuckers trying to kill Trump. Do. 8647. That shit crazy.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
They do. They be cooling their ass off. I was like, so y'all want this little 17-year-old boy to forever lose his life? But unfortunately, that's what happened to the other little boy. But you know, but I'm just saying.
Have you
Well,
noticed
what?
some of these blackers? Some of these blackers are act two clients, Douglas. Yeah, 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 yeah. He be corny, but at the same time, he do a lot of Doug shit too. And I saw him over there on Fresh and Fitz show.
Who?
Brandon Tatum. Brandon Tatum's on Fresh and Fit
Brandon
the
James
other
was a
day.
goddamn clown. He get on my damn nerves. I hate it every
Uh,
time I see his ass appear on somebody's show. You get some cool ass on. Nobody want to hear shit you talking about.
yeah, he put a tattoo of a Bible verse on his arms. I'm like, nigga, you up there doing that shit, and you got hoes. I said it, hoes. You on Fresh and Fitz channel with all them hoes around him. These skinny clad women around him, and shit. I say it. And you supposed to be
Brandon
married man.
James, fucking
You
ass
supposed to,
clown. Like when he sat up there and tried to defend that got doggone white woman that was arresting that man trying to go home. Talking about, I think he a con artist. What the fuck is you talking about? That man trying to go home.
shit. But I'm waiting for somebody to sue his ass. I'm waiting for somebody to either sue him or catch him out there in the open and beat his ass. I want something to happen to him. I want somebody to sit there and sue his ass. Really? Hey, say
I'm
what?
I'm
You
pretty
sued,
sure.
nigga? Huh?
I'm pretty sure when he ain't on duty, that motherfucker is not going nowhere where he gonna get his ass beat.
Cause yeah. You know, that's why I want, because he always gotta talk all that big bad shit, and he's with, so he always want to pick on some some little kid or some old shit at some college, or you know, or some old ass man at the White House and shit. He want to turn up then, but he won't turn up to somebody his own age. You know, I'm getting tired of him getting away with shit either too. Yeah, shit, I was hungry, man, before I started this live stream. I went to Waterburger. I was hungry as hell. Shit.
Where'd you get?
Some chicken strips. That was about it. I really would, I was,
I just woke up to eat something and see you know. Well, I
yeah.
woke up to go to the bathroom and then I had to top up all that shit because I've been asleep. It's like
Hmm.
7 o'clock. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, wait.
I just ate a sandwich and drank a 7 Up.
Because I was gonna go live last night, but I was listening to Ty City, and I went to sleep on Ty. I was about to join the panel. I went to sleep. I said, "Fuck it, man. I ain't." I was busy. Yesterday, so I even didn't got. It was tax day and shit, and I was being worried and shit, and trying to make sure I got my shit correct, because I fouled it. I thought I fucked up and fouled it wrong, and I was trying to re. Anyway. Anyway, anything other than that, though, I was stressed out. I was a little bit stressed out, and I was trying to fix on a. Uh, I was trying to do some plumbing work and shit. So I didn't have, I wasn't really feeling right afterward. So I was gonna do a live stream, but I said I saw Ty City live. And I said let me see what Ty City talking about, and I fell asleep listening to him, and I woke up that motherfucker ended. Like damn,
Oh,
it was like not
I made some shorts if you want 'em.
okay,
That's why I
okay.
was replaying that live stream so I could get the shorts.
Oh, okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, I noticed like two, three people have I keep noticing there are people subbing and people unsubbing. I've been noticing there's like two I get resub and two unsubbing. I keep noticing every day, like what the fuck going on?
It's the shorts. You gotta put your shorts up.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right,
'Cause that's a whole different audience.
yeah, yeah, but I'm glad. But I hope though, seen the antis going after Tim Pool. Um, I hope though that does happen. I hope I see more black content creators. It kind of remind me of the old days when something like this happened. I remember when Trayvon happened, right?
Mm.
There was a lot of black content creators going after white the white established con- content creators. You know, I kind of miss that. Now though, niggas just too busy trying to go after me and shit instead of going after what's really going on.
That's because they agree with the white folks with their crazy ass shit.
Yeah, Popeye the horror movie. Yeah, yeah. What's the name did a review on Popeye the Slaughter Man movie. What's the name? MLK. MLK Enterprise. He did a video. He's also a black man. He does video reviews and shit. He be going off. He be going off on people on modern day movies. But he's on that black conservative shit. You kind of notice it too. But he be going off on movies, man. He be like, they don't know how to make movies right. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna start shopping for Easter. You know what? I forgot about Easter. I thought Easter was next week. I
It
was so
is
busy.
on the 20th. It's this week.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the next. Yeah, yeah. I got to get my clothes fixed.
Oh, I started my investment accounts today.
No, you did. Mm.
Yep.
I'm going to I got to go back and reinvest. Do my investment again. But I'm waiting for the war in Russia and Ukraine to end because there's that VST, what's it called, VT at TB, no, VSB um bank in Russia. Man, I'm looking at that motherfucker like, listen, y'all 35 cents. And before the war, it was more than that, way more than that before the war started. So when America live those sanctions, shit.
Hell, I don't
Oh
think they ever will.
yeah, the way things going now, yeah, yeah. I'm just I'm saving a little bit of money just in case those sanctions lifting. But other than that, I'm not holding my breath though on that. I'm not holding
Why
my
you just
breath
don't
on
buy
that.
it and hold it?
I can't buy it because of the sanctions. I can't buy that stock.
Oh,
I have to
okay.
wait till the sanctions lifted for me to buy it.
Okay.
I'm saving money for it because I see because it went down to 28 cents uh uh a share. I
Hmm.
said, oh shit. I said, man, ooh man. If I just pour some money on that shit, at least like 1,000 on that motherfucker, or even $100, even 50, shit, and wait till it, you know, till it increased. man. But thing is, yeah, I have to wait for Putin to get out of office, or Putin dies, or get out of office, or the war to end. One of the three is when the sanctions gonna be lifted. So you know, or if Putin miraculously just stops the war automatically, he decides, fuck it, I'm good.
I
You know,
don't think he'll do that. It's not advantageous for him to end that war.
shit. They gotta do something though. They got to persuade him to do something else though. They can't, keep him going to Ukraine and stuff. And then they had that Chinese dude up on the camera talking about, yeah, man, no, not Chinese. What was Yeah, it was Chinese troop, a soldier. They were talking to Chinese soldier, talking about, yeah, man, don't do not come into Ukraine, blah 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 blah. So I'm just waiting for that to end because I had some money waiting for that, just waiting for that because I don't want to get. Yes, I'm telling you, shit. But yeah,
I'm excited.
but as for America, I'm just waiting for the. Well, then again, then there's this threat of dumping Americans' securities. I mean, treasuries accounts. I'm kind of worried
Man,
about that.
I don't know what the fuck them people doing. I don't really give a shit. Only thing I'm worried about is when it's time to vote that I make my way to the poll. That's all I care about. Cause I don't know what the hell these people do.
Hmm.
Sometimes the damn Democrats make me think they in cahoots with the Republicans and the whole government end up in on a game against the people. I don't know what the hell going on. I'm just looking. I said I can't even be there invested no more. This shit look crazy.
It's gang now. Right. I believe it's gang now because
That
you know.
motherfucker just ran a whole insider trade scandal. Ain't nobody went to jail. That shit crazy. Ain't nobody been arrested or nothing.
Yeah, no,
Like
nobody
what
went to
the
arrested
fuck?
yet. But the first person who should have been arrested was the Secretary of Commerce. Oh, yo, I want people to vote to donate in Tesla. That's inside trading. What you just doing, you jackass? You supposed to be Secretary of Commerce. I think that goes against the Commerce Act. You jackass.
Nah, that shit crazy. Like ain't nobody went to jail yet or nothing. This shit corrupt as hell.
Shit. And I'm watching New York City. Y'all gonna get one corrupt mayor and trade him with another. Y'all don't get okay. You gonna get Cuomo back? You want Cuomo to be mayor of New York? Cuomo never lived in NYC. Why y'all want to see Cuomo quit
Adams
quit
ain't the
quit?
mayor no more.
No. He is.
Oh,
He
he
he's
governor.
still mayor. He's still mayor. It's just that he's been primary right now. The election year is this year, right?
Yeah.
In NYC. Yeah. So yeah, Adams.
Oh.
So Adams quit the Democratic Party, and Adams is running as an independent, making way for Cuomo to run as a Democrat.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be Cuomo versus Adams versus whoever is the Republican candidate, and whoever is the Green candidate. So I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna laugh at this shit. Like y'all gonna create one corrupt mayor for another. Y'all ain't learn a fucking thing, do y'all? You ain't
These
learn
people need
shit.
to stop electing all these politicians. Start electing regular people.
Ah, damn. Like y'all ain't learn this shit. He Cuomo was sexually harassing his staff. You know, he allowed people die during the pandemic. What you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
Most Americans is supremely stupid. It is what it is.
and you're right. You're right though. The American people are stupid.
They are. They don't
They
read
are
shit. They don't pay attention to shit. They just have one idea and run with it. And that's how we in
like
this fucked up
like
situation we in
like
now.
though I saw Kelly Ray put up this meme up, and I wish these conservatives would stop putting memes up. That doesn't make any sense. So she put up this meme up of this of these people in the backyard of this neighborhood, like suburban area neighborhood, and you see a woman who's pregnant holding her belly. You see a man drawing a baseball with his son. And you see other people barbecuing. Said this is something about this is America, some old bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see them people in the comments section talk about, you know, no, this, this is right wing America. She put it that's the caption, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told her this: come to Mississippi, come to Alabama, come to Louisiana, and say that shit. All right, her ass being in Michigan, in Minnesota, whatever well, I don't know what states they're at. They need to come down here and see how good being in a red state is. If they actually witness being in the red state, like Mississippi or fucking Louisiana, they wouldn't be saying that shit. Louisiana and Mississippi are the poorest states in the union.
You know them
Run away.
conservatives go and they do things in democratic states while keeping their conservative views so they can get the advantages of being in a democratic state.
Right. They don't know anything. And like only reason why Texas the way it is, because Texas got what? Oil. That's all. Texas got oil and cattle. That's all Texas got to keep it propped up. But if Texas had the same policy, I kind of let me put it like this: Texas is Texas is had the similar policy of Mississippi and Alabama, right, or Louisiana. They can't.
Yeah.
The only difference is oil and cattle prop Texas up. There is no natural resources like that in Mississippi and Louisiana. Okay, look at them. It's the backwater states. Those states are backwater. It's poverty.
A lot of it.
Most of your impoverished white folks outside of the Appalachia, outside of the Appalachians is Mississippi, Louisiana, and also Alabama. So this whole premise of, man, this is a right wing, this is right wing and showing this sunny picture of this of white people enjoying themselves in the background with clean houses and cut yards and shit. No, move down here and see this shit. Yeah, I agree, Koja. I agree, Koja. But the problem with Texas and Florida is that they're propped up by the natural resources, right? They're propped up by um. Well, Texas more diverse than Texas more diverse. So, and when I said diverse, I'm talking about the land itself, right? I'm talking about the land. I ain't talking about the people. I'm talking about the land itself. So the natural resources is what gives Texas, because before World War I, Texas wasn't shit. Before World War I, Texas was just like another Mississippi. If anyone with status won't say something, most people don't want to connect the dots themselves. Yes, Mississippi's held down by natural gas, agriculture, forestry. Yeah, you're right, Jesse. But I'm talking about if you compare the natural resources of Mississippi and to that of Texas and Florida, it's not as big. Well, it's not as big. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Jesse Helen Barber. Well, you're right. You're right though. You're right though. But how can you have all this oil, which Louisiana does, and it's still the poorest state? It's one of the poorest states in the union. I'm still troubled about the fact that Louisiana got all that oil and the roads are bad. It's going across the river from Sabine River from what's that Beaumont, Texas. I think it's Beaumont. If you cross from Beaumont, Texas, Orange, Texas, into Louisiana, or no, I'm sorry, that's Port Arthur. Anyway, if you cross from Port Arthur into Louisiana, the roads are different. It's like night and day. I'm just saying, it's like night and day. And I don't travel to East Texas. I don't travel east. I stay out of Texas. I'm telling you that right now. Anything beyond Baytown, anything beyond Baytown, Galveston, I don't go east of Galveston. I stay anything west of Houston, west of Galveston. No, I'm okay. I don't go over there. I don't go that far east. Well, I did went to Nacogdoches and Huntsville and shit, and also to Norma G and what's the Crockett. I go over in them areas, but I don't go. I don't stay there that fucking long. I'll go anywhere towards Austin, Central Texas. I'm staying in Central Texas. I don't go to no. Mm-mm. I don't go eastward. That's like Mississippi over there, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The atmosphere is very unsettling for me though. You must be asleep, Queen Queen Sunkiss. You must be asleep. You
Oh yeah,
asleep?
I did. Yep.
Yeah, you're like you're doing what nights do every night.
Yeah,
You be
my
up in
child did.
shit. I remember that one time I fell asleep on Kuda's channel, and when FD6 signifier showed up. Yeah, yeah. hmm
Yeah, I know them southern states is for Republican states don't have. That's why I be confused as to why they vote the way they do, but whatever.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like y'all voting out of fear, voting out of hate. Now, I understand why they have a problem with the transsexual community, transgender. I see why they have a problem with that. I somewhat agree with them, but you can't vote just because of that issue alone, or you can't vote just because of you know because
Most of
you
the
know
people that got a problem with that didn't vote. Most of the people that did vote, they voting out of hate.
you know
They not gonna say that out loud. That's why they like we're voting for the economy.
yeah they ain't voting for no economy shit.
And what Republican ever made your regular ass rich? Shut your ass up. Voting for no damn economy.
Telling you, yeah. Yeah, but I'm wait. And I don't want to hear nobody say Donald Trump is for freedom of speech. Man, He's sending people out of the country for speaking up to him. Wait, y'all don't know that shit. I mean, what he did, what he's doing to Harvard. No, it was some other university said, well, if you do DEI, I'm taking away your funding.
I
Is that the
love it.
same?
And he
Yeah,
on Columbia ass. It's crazy.
Yeah, Columbia University. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. To tell them about DEI and shit. Well, most of the people who are on DEI voted for him. Oh, I mean, as in white women, but nobody want to talk about that. Nobody. You want to talk about DEI? That's really just white women. But hey, you know, I'm just saying shit. But what time
We
is it?
definitely call somebody a DEI hire that they was did not earn it.
Hmm. Oh, somebody was trying to get at Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh yeah, they on her ass too.
Yeah, yeah, like them anti-war people. Yeah,
Mhm.
you promised you was for getting removing the troops out of no more bombing of the Middle East. Blah blah. Blah. See, yeah. She had to be under some Secret Service protection too and shit. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. But I guess though you sleep and I'm I'm kind of like you know yeah I'm thinking about
I am
going back to
tired.
bed.
Shit, I
Shit, I'm thinking
gotta
about
go to
going.
work in about 5 hours. So
Oh, okay. But I'm about to go back to bed my damn self and shit.
yeah, do it.
Yeah. You creating shorts or what?
Yeah, the first round is out, so I'm finna go do the second round. The third video dropped this afternoon or this morning. I don't know. I forgot when I scheduled it for.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's like that damn thing took like 30 shorts. It was crazy.
Shit, that was a good ass live stream. If,
It
if
was
I
the
wasn't,
bomb.
yeah, if I wasn't so damn sleepy, I would continue it. If I wasn't so sleepy, I would continue that live stream for another 2 3 3 hours. You
Yeah, that
know,
live was good.
yeah, but it needs to be constant though, because that was,
We
you know,
can do it constant. We just gotta make up topics. That shit ain't
yeah,
easy.
yeah, yeah. And Big J, you're a leader. No, no, the fuck, I'm not. Man, I'm still on that shit. Like, what? Huh? No, I'm not. Shit, I don't see myself as one anyway.
A lot of people that's in leadership positions don't see themselves as leaders,
I'm
which
more.
is
I'm more.
saying,
I'm more of a thinker. I'm more of a thinker, more of a leader. I never saw myself as a leader. I always saw myself as a thinker or a philosopher or some shit.
and then once
But
you open your mouth and you tailor it to the public and people start listening to you, then you put yourself in a position to be a leader because there will be people that will listen and follow you.
is that why everybody's attacking my ass now? Is that why I'm being attacked every time I go on every time I open this YouTube channel, somebody's tagging me on some bullshit. Punk ass niggas. It's almost like they are afraid of something. And I see fear.
Mm,
I do. I see like that punk ass nigga who tagged me 2 days ago. I see fear in his eyes. He think he you know what? I'm not going to speculate live what I think what he's scared of. But
mm,
but, but but you see the thing is I don't talk to this nigga. I don't talk to his ass. You know, all thing I
mm,
do, I pretty much ignore him, right? Because he's nobody. He's nobody. I would rather have a conversation with. But keep on tagging me and shit. No, that tells me he's afraid. You know, it seems like though he's afraid of whatever potential that I might have.
mhm.
I don't see myself as that. I really don't. But right? You know, Well, Big J's a bitch ass nigga for this. Why? Because I want to talk to you. Talk. No, I want to talk. I want to talk to your leaders and shit. I don't want to talk to you. Real leaders stand up in their truth and integrity. It resonates and stands alone. Keep doing what you do. Well, I appreciate it, Jesse. I appreciate it. But yeah, you know, I appreciate it. But yeah, I just I just noticing it like when he's talking to me, like he tried to try to do that whack ass live stream the other day. I'm like, nigga, I see fear. I see fear in you. What do you fear of? Nigga, you're bigger than me. You might can whoop us. You might can. I doubt that he can. But for him to sit there and constantly make video after video after video with my name in the title and making those threats and see and look at the look in his eyes, I see fear. And I'm not even talking to him. Not even talking about him.
Mm.
But you keep making videos about me. No, I see fear and I hear it. And it's not a physical threat either. It's not a physical threat. It's more of a political or a social threat that he sees.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. But hey, you're about to go to sleep, Queen.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm gonna log off because it's 5:30 a.m. where I'm at, and all I can say is I'm glad that Benjamin Crump is not on this case, and I'm glad Al Sharpton is not on this case either about Kamala Anthony. I'm glad they stay out of this one. I'm
Al
glad I'm
Sharpton
glad they
too
didn't show
old
up
for
at
that
all.
shit.
Well, Crump needs to stay out of it. Oh, have a great day, everyone. I love. Hey, thank you for showing up, Jesse, Miss Barbara, Barber. Thank you for showing up. Anyway, let me get off of here. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. I might be live later. Well,
Yeah,
if I
later
feel
I'll be
like it.
ready to
If I
fight
have
you.
time.
I'll fight
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. What you want to fight me about? What you want to fight me about?
We gonna fight you about your stance on leadership.
Okay, okay. I'm on.
Yep.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll let y'all beat me over the head like y'all did like y'all did on me on Jasmine Crockett.
We gonna fight you every time about Jasmine Crockett. Every time.
Okay, okay. Cause it was like two of you women had purses and y'all beat me on the head with a purse. Pow pow. Like what the hell?
I know, right? That was a good ass stream.
Yeah, it
See?
was. Yeah. That was one of my best streams. That was one of my. I put that at the top 10 at least.
We can
The
fight.
top five. The top five streams. That's what. Yeah, I put that at the top. You know what? I wish I could put the other streams up, but I made an agreement to the ex girlfriend not to put the other streams up because that was a badass stream with her. She kind of got up on my ass.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to put that stream up, but she told me, hey, just put it down. I don't want that. I don't want to call you an idiot embarrassment and shit. So all right then. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. So anyway, Queen, I'll see y'all later. Koja Malik, I'll talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all next time. Jesse, Queen, George, DOD, my co-host, my producer, Pure Butterfly, Spirit. I see. I think this is Femi. I think this is Femi. So yeah. So anyway, Husan, happy Ramadan to you. Anyway, Ramadan's over with. I think, isn't it? Anyway, I'm get off of here. Y'all be easy. I'm out. Peace.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.